coming up this fall in New York. He's here in L.A. tonight. Here is the legendary James Brown, who I'm told was watching us last week in San Francisco and said, damn, I got to get on there with Tom.
I got to make it with Tom because we go way back, and I haven't seen, I don't know of a person that's been in this business has been as more real than you.
Oh, come on.
And look, this is for real.
Okay.
I mean, everybody, every entertainer knows you. They feel that way, and I'm sure the people feel the love coming through the screen, but I just can't remember nothing but a straight-ahead person that was real, concerned about humanity, and I mean, you've been that way, and people don't really know that.
Thank you.
Glad to be here, and I want you to have me back.
I will.
Talking anything you want to talk about.
Thank you for coming in tonight, James. I guess I got to hold up the CD now, huh? Yeah, after that, I mean, you know, the new CD is called Universal James. It's out now at the record stores, and oh, there it is up there on the screen from Fort Lee. Terrific. Now, let me ask you here about this new line of goodies here. You got your James Brown cholesterol-free cookies.
That's right.
Cookies.
Well, that was kind of a catchy name, done by a doctor and his wife, Tommy Richardson and his wife. But I'm not real good at selling things like that because that's commercial. But the back of it, if you notice, we're giving 1% to the Stop the Violence campaign.
Right, right, which I want to talk to you about, but let me ask you about cookies. You know, they've become very, you know, Mrs. Fields has cookies.
That's
and our
right.
friend Wally Amos, you know.
That's right.
With, you know, why cookies?
I don't know, this lady had this idea, and so I'm not pushing it. I'm just straight up in all the major stores, I won't call the names, but they are just, they can't keep it in. And now we got one of the biggest companies in the world baking them, as well as normal, a big plant out of Alabama, and they were like second largest. Now we got.
You really don't want to sell these too hard, do you? I mean,
well, I want to sell it, you know. I want to sell it, but you know, I really want the message to get across. The cookies are going crazy, you know, but the message is what I want to do. I want people to know that Stop the Violence means more to me than selling cookies. The cookies is a thing that we're doing to kind of make sure that the money will be a help and not ask the government, but get people involved. You know, it's bad when the grandmother can't go down the street no more and catch that check.
Little kid.
And the little girl can't go to school, she might get raped. And the little son or your friend can't sit out on the stoop no more and do what like we did years ago because it may be a victim of a drive-by shooting. This is a battleground. I mean, it's terrible.
Let me ask you something here, James. When I was a young man, I heard, a boy really, in the 40s, I heard of this man Gandhi in India, whose message was stop the violence.
That's right.
And then as a young man, I heard the message of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King.
That's right.
No violence. And now I see you, and through all these people, these great leaders, Gandhi and Martin Luther King, you, a popular entertainer, why is it so difficult to get this message across to people, that we're not here to do harm to each other, James?
Because it's money has gotten into it, and drugs has gotten into it. When a young boy watches dad, he's probably one of 5 kids, can't earn $250, $300 a week, and he can earn $1,000 a day, then you got a problem. Now what happens is the old stories about 2 little fish and 5 loaves of bread. They put enough drugs out there for a couple of people to sell it, then everybody wants to sell them because there's a lot of profit. So they kill each other to get a little bit to sell. And that's basically where the violence is at.
How do you get the money out of drugs? See, I thought for a long time that maybe, and I don't know this, I'm saying maybe we ought to think about some kind of legalization. And
you hit right on the head. England don't have a drug problem.
Is it legal there? Can you buy marijuana?
Yeah, they made it legal. They made it legal, and by making it legal, I mean all the drugs are legal.
We're in Great Britain?
That's right. So what happens to you, you drug out and kill yourself, and they let you rely. So you know there's no profit for the pusher.
Yeah, get the money out of drugs.
That's right.
For a long time.
When you get the money out, that's the end of the drugs.
Yeah, well, look at, you know, I draw the analogy, and maybe it's a faulty one, or comparison between prohibition. When organized crime, there was so much money in unlawful booze in this country, and moonshine, that the mob got rich.
That's right. But then the government said, okay, we can't have this no more. And it's legalized. Now, when I was a little kid, I watched them hustle that stuff, you know. Look, I was there. You know what I'm saying? I come up that way. I was right around it, you know. And I don't see why I didn't become an alcoholic, but I was around it. But when they when the government said, well, we can't beat them, we join them. So they started
or let's have us get some of the money.
Well, they start moving. They start doing it the same way.
Yeah.
And you can go to a Swiss store and see Georgia Moon on
it's like, remember, especially in the eastern cities when the mob had the numbers game. And they got rich on the numbers. Well, they put the lottery in Jersey and New York. Guess what? That was the end of the numbers game. You know, now the state was running the numbers game, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what? You're so sweet, man. I don't know. You get off on some things, but something only you can do for me. During the Vietnam crisis, I went over and I volunteered, and nobody wanted to go. I mean, I can name many big people who wouldn't go. I volunteered. Went right in the trenches. Family Engineering, Bearcat, Saigon. I was right in there.
Yeah.
And
I remember that at the time in the papers. They covered you going over there to entertain the troops. Yeah.
So when I went over, they just couldn't believe because a country and western group came right behind me, and all of them lost their life. And while I was over there, they was trying to bomb the palace, and the shell fell about about a couple hundred yards away from where I was living. I just turned over and went back to sleep. I couldn't do nothing about it anyway. What am I going to do? Put it in my pocket?
But it caught your attention, didn't it?
Oh, yeah, I woke up real fast.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I couldn't do nothing. I just almost like in a plane, okay?
Yeah.
You can't do nothing. So hopefully land and we'll talk about it later. So it's one of those kind of situations. But I went over and I was singing in 126 degrees weather. And when I came back from that time, even when the Good Morning Vietnam program came, and they started doing the thing in Washington, they wouldn't do anything without the president sending for me, because those soldiers was in Vietnam and Korea feel very close to James Brown, because I spent my own money to go.
Yeah, I remember.
I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a part.
And
I didn't get a chance.
And as I recall, you didn't make a lot of television specials of it. You just went there.
No, I didn't. That's right. I didn't. That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I went and did it, and the soldiers remembered. And I didn't talk about it. I did it because I felt good in doing it. So the other night,
You got a plaque, right?
I'd like to get you to read it because
You're too modest,
coming
right?
from a man like you, and I couldn't read it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I wouldn't say those things.
Oh, you could read it.
I wouldn't say those things.
All right. This plaque was given to you by the VFW, Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States. We, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Post VFW 1392, San Diego, California, would like to publicly acknowledge the contributions and sacrifices that James Brown and his music troupe made to the American men and women who served in Southeast Asia. Because of these deeds, we'd like to proudly proclaim you a national treasure and a true American patriot in the highest sense. Mr. James Brown, we salute you. Now, there's more there, but I gave him the best part.
I know you would. I know you would.
That's very, very nice.
Well, thank you very much.
Very, very nice.
I know you as one of my real friends, and I want you to see it.
Congratulations.
I'm very fortunate. I see you, and I see Cliff Roberts coming back behind me.
Yep.
Who's one of my dear friends, a man I respect. I think he won an
Oscar winner. Did you watch Did you watch the soccer game at all yesterday? The World Cup, or were you busy?
No, I didn't do it yesterday, but I've been watching it. Why?
What is it about that game? I don't get it. You see, I think the problem that we have in America is we like scoring. We like offense. You know, the 100-yard touchdown run, the grand slam home run at the ballpark, the hat trick in hockey, the fast break in the NBA. And this is a game in which there's not a lot of scoring, and I think for some reason the American people just don't respond to that.
But you know what?
Well, if I knew what was
it's rougher than football.
Oh, it's a tough game to play.
That is a rough game.
You're running for 90 minutes, James.
That's right. It's a rough game, and I feel that, well, to me, I'm never going to get past baseball. I had a chance to play professional baseball. I didn't play. Well, baseball is my first love. And I was
mine too.
I was all state in football, but
mine too. I love.
But baseball, I was a pitcher man, and Preacher Rowe was my idol.
Yep.
And I was, let's say every Afro-American had to be a Dodger fan. You know that.
Oh, sure.
So I was a Dodger fan.
Sure.
I got to see Jackie Robinson run.
And then also a Cleveland Indian fan. They had Larry Doby came in.
And then here come Willie Mays and West Coast.
Yeah.
And
you know what was great yesterday that I liked a lot? It was great yesterday. Fernando Valenzuela, who the Dodgers well, beat him yesterday in Philadelphia. Right. Shut him out 9-0. Right. Then they took him out, and the Dodgers. And not that I want to see the Dodgers lose; they're the team in town. But I thought they sold Valenzuela.
Well, let me say something.
Let me do a commercial, then you can say whatever you want. Oh, yeah. I don't make it; the company makes it. I'm just a slave to the capitalist tool. We will continue after these messages.
This is CNBC.
This program is sponsored by Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. You've got some Royal Caribbean coming.
Day 3, fresh flowers. You can't help but notice all the fresh flowers aboard this Royal Caribbean ship. Someone's always scrubbing or polishing something. Our waiter Emilio told us the sheets are washed in soft water in case you've been out in the sun too long. Our ship sailed south. I head north, upstairs to the health spa.
You've got some Royal Caribbean coming.
Let's remove the wall.
I'm not sure.
When you work together, but miles apart,
It'll open up the room.
you can't always see eye to eye.
I need to see the model.
Now you can. With AT&T WorldWorks Solutions, what you see, they'll see.
Now let's remove this wall.
That'll open up the room here.
Send pictures and videos, share files, make changes, even see each other face to face.
Can do.
AT&T WorldWorks Solutions, changing the way people work together.
Nice job.
I knew you'd see it that way.
See how it can work for you. Call 1-800-828-WORKS.
My Perfect 80s album, it's gotta make me dance.
It's got a rock.
It's gotta make me smile.
Hey, the Perfect 80s album is here. It's awesome 80s. 40 big hits featuring the Go-Go's.
Awesome 80s has David Bowie.
Hall & Oates.
The Cars.
Spread the word. The 80s are back.
Order Awesome 80s. 2 CDs, $26.99. 2 long play cassettes, $19.99. Rush delivery available. Do it now.
The music of John Pizzarelli on guitar tonight, joining us here with the CNBC Orchestra, and John will join us here on stage here shortly on tonight's Colorcast. John, thanks for coming in
Jamie
tonight.
played Georgia for me.
Do you know Georgia?
Do it. Do a little bit of it.
Yeah, do a little bit of it.
Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find. Just an old sweet song, keep Georgia on my mind. I love you, Georgia, Georgia. Song of you comes so sweet and clear, like the moonlight to the vine. Some more?
That's fine. Thank you, sir. Thank you, John. Beautiful.
Oh,
Bravo.
you're great,
Bravo.
man.
Bravo.
You're great. You can really play.
You know, I'll tell you something. Every time that you sing that song, I get chills because I live there. I work for, my first job was in Savannah. And my second job...
West Broad? Anywhere around West Broad?
Yeah, I worked on
station?
West Broughton Street on WSAV, Channel 3. And then I worked for a while in Atlanta at Channel 11 up there. I remember covering Martin Luther King was trying to have lunch at Rich's department store, and I was a news kid there with a camera on the streets of Atlanta. And, you know, it was a very pivotal time in the South, and Atlanta was always, as I recall, a good city. They had a progressive mayor there, Hartsfield.
Yes.
And they weren't going to go the way of Alabama with the hoses and the kids and all that stuff that happened there in Alabama.
Well, I'm very lucky in Atlanta myself. We just put a radio station at WMLD.
Oh, sure.
And we're doing fantastic.
Yeah.
We brought back the real music. The artists that don't get the records played. I mean, I respect rap. That's why I went back to Sam and Dave, the Sam Cooks, you know, the Jackie Wilsons.
Right.
And we did some early Nat King Cole, Straighten Up and Fly Right, things like that. He wants to play it right away.
Yeah, well, he's not going to, because I got a ton of people who want to talk
I
to
love you, Tom. The next time I got that more time.
Okay.
I'm protesting. I got to have more time with Tom.
Okay, anyway, let me just say for James Brown fans, you'll be in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes.
On the night of the 20th of July.
Right.
And then the end of this month, you'll be over in Denver, Colorado.
In Denver for the festival for Stop the Violence.
Terrific, terrific.
And then we'll be at the Apollo in September.
What is this, the fourth one now?
The night of it's
eight.
20th or 30th time. What they're talking about is the fourth time the album. We're cutting.
There you are.
Live
You're cutting a
Apollo.
live album, yeah.
The biggest live album in the country, in the business, I cut that in 62. And that's really, I thank God for it. Thank you out there. Even thank Tom. But this is the fourth live album.
I didn't buy it. They sent it
Well,
to
if
me.
you didn't buy it, Tom, you played it. That's all that matters.
I used to play you when I was a kid in Milwaukee on Gordon McClendon Radio.
But when you going to get older? Gordon McClendon?
Yeah. You know, mounds of sound, stacks of wax, all designed with you in mind here.
Oh, get on, Tom. Get on down, Tom. You sound like Jack the Bell boy.
Center aisle, your radio dial, WOKY. Here's Dottie from somewhere in Pennsylvania. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Dottie. How are you?
I'm doing real good.
Hey, we got the king here tonight. Say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, James.
How you feel?
James, I have to thank you for all the wonderful musical entertainment you've given us through all the years. But I have to tell you a real quick story. There was a young baby born 2.5 years ago in Northern Ireland, and they named him James Brown. And I want you to know that he's a very special little boy because he was physically deformed with a syndrome called Treacher-Collins syndrome. And every time I was near him, we would say, I feel good, and he would light up. And I just want you to remember, every time you sing, I feel good, think of that little guy who's just got the nicest insides and the most wonderful little boy. And we think of you each time we sing that song to him.
What a great...
Thank you, very special lady. Thank you so very much.
Great wish. Dottie, that's wonderful. And how you doing, Dottie? Okay?
I'm doing real good, Tom, and I want to tell you that I recorded the train episode with the tie, and I loved it.
Okay, great.
And I want to thank you for taking my call, and I want James to know that I really appreciate his I feel good.
Well, God bless you, and keep praying for me, because I believe in prayer, and I know you too, and I'll pray for you.
Well,
and most of all, we'll pray for the young fella to let us in on his secret of soul.
Thank you very much. He's a very special little boy.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, Dottie, did you watch the Three Tenors on PBS the other night?
Yes, I did.
Did you notice that Pavarotti, he's chewing something all the time?
I thought he was chewing gum.
He's either chewing gum or tobacco or something. I don't know.
Oh, don't put that on me.
I think that was right for national TV like that.
I beg your pardon?
I say I didn't think it looked very good for national TV.
And I told him so after the concert.
I'm glad.
Dottie, I'm glad you called. Thanks.
Tom, thanks a lot. Enjoy your show.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Here's Sam in Indiana. Hello.
Evening, Tom.
Evening, Sam. How's it going, friend?
Oh, just kicking back, doing that color teeny thing.
Okay, kid.
You know what?
What?
Ow! I feel good.
Ave Maria.
Oh, it's good to talk
Thank you very much.
The Godfather, you are the one.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
Oh, I love it.
I thank you for all your beautiful years, and I thank all your friends and all the people that are watching, because it's really been great. You know, my father stopped in the 2nd grade, my mother in the 4th, and I only got a chance to go to the 7th grade, and here I am being able to, you know, do things that I never thought I would. So I just want to say thank God and thank people like you.
Well, you're fantastic. What I wanted to know was, if they were to do a movie about you, who would you like to see play James Brown?
Well,
James Brown.
If it wasn't so tall, I'd let Tom play it. No, there are a lot of people on Broadway that are very good and need that first shot at it, you know. Well, at one time it would have been Michael, you know, but you got tall, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, listen, Sam, I'm out of time. I got to run, but thanks for calling.
Okay.
Love you.
Okay. James, I'm moving on, but thank you so much for coming in tonight. We really appreciate this.
God
You know,
bless
we
you.
think the world of you here. And the new CD is out now. It's in the music stores. It's called Universal James, with the delightful music of Mr. James Brown, who is always welcome on this stage. Thank you, sir.
Georgia Lina.
Okay. Back with John Pizzarelli and the music of his guitar after these messages.